More airstrikes happened Monday against fighters with the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, even as more countries debate their involvement in allied coalition forces. Much of that discussion centers on questions of who pays for the escalating efforts to slow the spread of ISIS and whether the fight will move from airstrikes to more troops on the ground. Tester wants to make certain the battles aren't being fought on the credit card and that other coalition countries are paying their share to counter a global threat. I asked him whether he believes the ISIS outbreak has the potential to grow into a broader conflict like World War II, as some conservatives have claimed.
There's no doubt that it's a threat. Whether it's the biggest threat since Germany in World War II, time will tell on that. I think ultimately in the end, when you have this kind of situation where you've got people who are basically evil, that behead people, that have no respect for human life, they have to be dealt with in a common sense way. But we will not be successful if we're the only ones doing this. And when we talk about a coalition, if it's a coalition of the United States and we've got all the other folks that are just on paper, that doesn't work.
Senator Tester has some concerns about simply equipping Syrian forces to handle fighting on the ground, wanting to make sure they're adequately trained. And he says he wants to see a solid conversation in Washington, D.C. and with coalition partners to make sure there's a firm plan for countering ISIS.
It has to be a true coalition. We have to have a short and a long-term plan, and we've got to be successful. We have no alternative there, which we will be. But the bottom line is we've been involved in Iraq directly since 2003. We've been over this road before. We need to make sure that we're successful this time, so we don't have to dedicate lives and money to this again.
Dennis Bragg, MTN News.